The first and second round, he couldn't touch me. If I didn't get tired, I would have won. I'm a better boxer. But I did get tired.
Andrew bloody flipping Tate, the guy who claims to be a top gangster, had gotten his balls exposed by getting his ass kicked in a boxing match. He was a previous world champion kickboxer, and the company that goes by Misfits Boxing allowed him the opportunity to do so. Andrew went up against Tate. This looked like an easy fight for him to take on paper and would potentially even lead to massive opportunities down the road, like getting a huge fight with KSI or Jake Paul. But unfortunately for Mr. Tate, this fight made him embarrass himself, looking like a gay guy that never fought a day in his life. Now, whether you like Andrew Tate or wished he'd rot in jail forever, he was always destined to enter in the world of influencer boxing, and a massive part of his life has always been about fighting and kicking some ass. All of his past fights took place before he became well known. It was only a matter of time before we saw him return and fight in the ring. On the other hand, his opponent Tate is known by the boxing community as a dog shit boxer, and people mostly see him as a joke and embarrassment. The main reason Andrew specifically chose to fight him was because Tate is the current Misfits heavyweight champion of the world. And after looking at his past fights with the way he performs, Tate was expected to whip his ass. And boy, it was the other way around. As soon as the bell rang and the first round began, it was clear as dog piss. These two both had no clue what they were even doing. Andrew Tate struggled badly to land any punches at all. And into the second round, the clinching started to take over most of the fight. Mr. Tate and Tate started hugging each other like they saw a happy future together. They even managed to make out for a few quick seconds on live TV with millions watching. And don't get me started on Mr. Tate grabbing Chase's legs, about to give him the blowjob of his life. Heading into round 3, Andrew Tate was getting tired like a 70-year-old granddad. Must have been all of those cigars he has been shoving down his throat. Tate saw this as an opportunity to use this to his advantage and dominate the fight. And he began to land massive punches and blows to Tate, making him rethink his entire fake persona of being a top G. By the end of the fight, Tate looked like he needed to run to the bathroom after pissing his pants, knowing the entire world saw who the real Andrew was. This was an all-time low for Tate, as he lost to a reality star who has been mocked by the entire universe. And it now destroys his brand with the whole tough guy look he has been portraying himself to the entire internet. Taking this fight was the biggest mistake of his career. This performance has now ruined any hype Tate had around this boxing journey of his. If he decides to fight again, people may consider watching a dog taking a shit on the side of the road instead. He definitely took his boxing training classes from an online university. Honestly, I don't see a bright future path in the influencer boxing scene for Tate anymore moving forward. He most likely wouldn't be a challenge to any other big fights that potentially could have been made. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury and KSI. All of those massive fights now makes no sense at all. And in the worst case scenario, Tate would have probably found himself knocked out cold if he fought any one of those guys. Even my grandma with a walking stick could be a serious threat for Mr. Tate now. He probably may one day want to pick up his fake balls and avenge his embarrassing loss. But it most likely won't be worth his time and might even lose again. Recently, in the past few days, Tate has admitted he lost, but then started bullshitting the entire world, saying he didn't lose in his own mind. And he made a bloody 40-minute video talking about it.
I got tired after the second round, and I don't know why. The first and second round, he couldn't touch me. If I didn't get tired, I would have won. I'm a better boxer. But I did get tired. Maybe it's ring rust. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe he's too heavy and he kept leaning on me. I don't know why.
If he truly didn't lose in his own mind, you probably don't need to make a 40-minute video convincing people in the first place. In his 40-minute long speech, he repeatedly talks about getting tired during the fight, and he has no idea why. Usually, when you're in a fight and you start getting tired, especially in just the bloody second round, that is your own body trying to tell you that you didn't prepare and train hard enough. Tate did try to defend himself, blaming Chase that he was leading on him, which caused him to lose. It sounds like an excuse coming from a little child. That is literally a normal thing in boxing that has existed for centuries. And that is what he should have been flipping preparing for before the fight. What in the unicorn balls has Mr. Tate been doing throughout his entire fight camp? He claims that he had an entire 4 months to train, but it looks like he only just learned to fight 4 days ago. Andrew also makes a point that he was the better boxer.
I'm a better boxer.
How can you be the bloody better boxer when you clearly lost in front of the entire flipping universe? He just came in the fight with only one game plan, which was thinking Chase D more didn't know how to fight for crap. And once his game plan went to dog shit, he quickly went into survival mode. Another excuse of Mr. Tate is that he says he is now a grandpa and that his fighting days are behind him, being at nearly 40 years old, which is the most bullshit excuse ever.
Maybe it's ring rust. Maybe I'm too old.
Another fighter who goes by Anderson Silva is over bloody 50 years old and is still knocking out people and putting them on their ass. Tate is an entire 10 years younger than him and gets tired in the first 15 seconds of a fight. Truthfully, he believed he was going to knock out Chase in the first round. Chase did his homework and studied Tate for all the lies and bullshit he knew he'd be bringing in the ring. A few years ago, the Andrew Tate from the past would be ripping apart the current Tate we see today.
If you want to doubt the top G, I'm one of God's favorites.
This guy is supposed to be the top G, the alpha male that every man with a pair of balls look up to, who claims to win at everything in life. If he had won this fight, he would have been talking the most about his shit right now, telling the entire world once again why he's the top guy and that he is the man with the biggest bloody balls. But now he has this victim mentality, saying he's not complaining or making excuses with a lot of flipping excuses.
Yes, it's a big risk. Yes, he's younger than me. Yes, he's more active than me. Yes, he's heavier than me. Yes, he's taller than me. Yes, I might lose.
Usually his persona is nothing like this. He always claims to have it all in life and believes that everyone is jealous of him with how amazing his life is. Earlier this year, he tweeted stating, "It must suck to be a loser and watch life's winners win over and over again." But now he sounds so insecure and acts like a pathetic gay man. And he also sounds like he's going to break down and start crying on camera.
Maybe my job on this planet is to just to take a fucking beating over and over again and just pay for everyone else and give everybody else what they want. To make sure the mothers of my kids have a fantastic life and to make sure that my kids have a fantastic life and to teach you all things. And maybe I'm just here to fucking suffer and get my ass kicked and I'm gonna do it all so I can give everyone else a fantastic life and give everyone else mindset advice. Nobody gives me mindset advice. Nobody helps me. Nobody helps me with my mindset and saves me when I'm depressed. No, maybe I'm just here to take a fucking beating like a piñata and give candy to everybody else. Maybe that's what God's plan was for me.
What a shocking downfall for Mr. Tate. Karma definitely caught up to his fake ass big time. Some say he will never bounce back from this humiliating loss.